Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at JASMY. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out, it is free to join. Okay, so we're looking at JASMY here and we're talking about a couple of options within the previous video. And I'm still looking for this potential to actually be coming down for this wave 2. So ideally, we would like to see a nice deep wave 2. Some zones of interest would be down here towards this 4780 to this 3465. Though we also talked about the possibility for as long as we hold this 5947 zone to this 5327 zone, we could still potentially look to actually push up from this point. So this would be my first area I'd be watching out for, and then potentially looking for that deeper retracement here. So we do also have that potential that we could actually look to break down. There is a couple of ways of counting this move to the upside. And we also did talk about the fact that, we could adjust this slightly and then potentially look for this to be to have another push to the upside. So we need to just bear in mind if we do get a push up, this would be the zone I'd be looking for, that 1021 to that 0894. So we're going to go over the internals of this and what I'm sort of thinking within these current structures. So make sure you stay tuned so you can see both the bearish and the bullish potentials, because there is potentially going to be some volatility today with the figures coming out. So we need to just bear these things in mind. So what I'm looking for is potentially this is what we are looking for as just as a corrective move. So we're talking about potentially coming down here towards this 1-to-1 of this 5720. So we need to be aware that there is also the possibility of looking for some extension here. And this would actually be looking at this as a wave 1 or an A wave completed into this high. So this could be a 1 or an A. So we need to just bear that in mind. I've got it marked down as a 1, but it could also just be a 3-wave move, and then we look to um, continue to the downside. So we're gonna be talking about uh, these internals now. What I'd be looking for here is effectively, we were talking about this yesterday within the Discord. We were looking for this additional fifth wave to the downside. So we have started to come down here. We haven't quite reached the zone we were looking for, and that would be the 6340 to this 6158 zone. So we haven't moved into that area yet. It is still possible that we could see a little bit more of a push up here. The problem is I don't want to see this get too big in relation to this as a wave 2. It would ideally have completed here and actually be looking to start this move to the downside. It is possible, because we're looking for a fifth wave, we could see something like this, where we get a diagonal playing out and we sort of slowly grind down here in sort of corrective moves. Alternatively, this wave 4 could still be in play, and we could actually look to come back up into this zone here of this 7115 to this 6949 area. So these are zones we could still look to actually revisit, and this could actually become a flat and then we break down. So we need to give it a bit of space here. I don't think that it's come down deep enough to constitute this fifth wave yet, but we also need to be aware of the fact that we could see something like this where we get a 1-2 and then actually start to break down for a bigger impulsive structure. So we're going to discuss all these things, but effectively at the moment with the current information available, I am looking at it that potentially this is looking for this fifth wave to come to play out. We can potentially argue, that this could be forming some kind of a diagonal here, though I'd really like it to take this wave 3 low just for certainty. But even then, we have to still be careful of this retracement to the upside at this 7157 to this 6949 area. If we do complete this 5-wave move, it wouldn't really have come down as far as I would have liked to have seen it as a C wave, and we would have. I just want to measure it off. Let's get this on that low. It would have come down to the 618. So, I mean, technically speaking, it would have met the minimum requirement, but I'd like to see it take this A wave low. We'll have to give it a bit of space. The problem with calling these truncations like this, it can do this, but often what will end up happening is you'll call a truncation and then all of a sudden you'll get a retracement up and then you'll get a continuation to the downside. So for the most part, at the moment, I am still looking for that possibility to come down a bit lower here. This would be the primary expectation, would be the 6340 to the 6158. If we do push down lower here, then this 5720 would be the next sort of area I'm looking at. And that would be actually coming back into this zone here. Upon completion, if we do complete this 5 wave here, what we'd be needing to keep an eye on is this retracement to the upside. If we do complete in this box and we only get a 3 wave move to the upside into here, we'd have to be careful for that continuation to the downside again. And then potentially looking at this we'd either have to look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looking to take us lower, or alternatively, we could just get a 3 wave structure here, and then we've got a more corrective move within here where basically we form an X wave to the upside here, and this becomes a WX, and then we still get that Y wave down. So that would be looking at that bearish case, looking to actually come back lower down into the 4780 to this 3465 zone. So the thing we've got to be careful with here, I'm looking out for this just because we have the fact we have this 5 wave move within here. For as long as we actually hold below these zones of this 8359 and this 8146, we've got to look out for that potential to continue to the downside here. So like I said, same as with the other option, I'm looking for that potential of that 5th wave down here still. We'd have to see whether this extends out or not. But effectively after that, like I said, if we just get that 3 wave move to the upside here, we need to be careful of that rejection zone and then seeing if we actually do get rejected. If we do get rejected off this area here, it could look to push us down towards this 459161, and that would actually then confirms this 3rd wave. Then we would be looking for evidence of a 4th and a 5th, though there wouldn't be a lot of space here between this 3rd and this 1st wave here. So either we would want to see some extension to push this wave structure down slightly, or this 4th wave would have to be quite shallow and sideways, which is fine. This was a deep wave too, so it could still fit that narrative. But we'll have to just see how things progress. So if we do move down here past this zone and we lose the support area, what I'd be looking out for is to see how we react lower down in this area. We'd also need to be careful, of the fact that we want to see evidence of this 4th wave. Otherwise, we could just get an extension within the C wave, and we get a C wave which moves down into this zone, crosses this 1618, comes into the support zone, and then actually come back up, cross this wave one high, and then low, and then actually invalidate that 5 wave structure. So, we can still see this play out down towards this 1618 zone, and it could still just be a C wave. So we just got to bear that in mind that if we do break down into those zones, we want evidence of this 4th wave to play out. Okay, so that's looking for that breakdown. We're looking for that possibility to come down lower here. Now, like I said, as long as we hold this higher range here and this zone of this 5872, we can look for the potential to actually to move up for a bigger move to the upside. So we'd have to we'd have to change how we're looking at this move. We'd have to look at this basically as a 1, 2 up into the has a 3. This is a 4 and a 5. And then from there, what we'd be looking at is the potential of this being a flat correction. So the zone that we'd be looking for support here would actually be the 6508 to this 6220. So, we're well within this zone now, so this could actually look to turn around. There's not really much structure indicating it. And like I said, I do think we've got one more push to the downside here. So what will be important to see is whether after this push, if we do just get that 3 wave move to the upside and then continue, or whether we actually get a bigger 5 wave move playing off the back of this, then we could be looking for this target area, potentially of this 9873 if we're looking for this 3rd wave. We'd have to be careful though, because we could, like I said, just have a bigger corrective structure in the middle of this move, where actually we come down into these zones, potentially look to target and then move actually to come back up here towards this 1-to-1. So, these things can happen and trick us into these positions. And then we think we're in a 3rd wave, and then it turns around at this point, and then starts to reject down. And this just becomes an A, a B, and then a bigger C wave. So, we've got to be aware of these B waves are phonies. They're tricky. They try and trap us into positions. So, we've got to be a little bit careful within that. If we do, however, start to take this high point here, of the 8365, then my next target zones would be up here towards here to see if we manage that 9873. If we do manage this, what we'd be looking for is that support to come in for a 4th wave, which depending on where we come in from, could be towards the top end of this move again at the 382. So basically a retest and another push to the upside, or it could come down a bit lower towards this 50% here at the 7852. But we wouldn't want to cross this wave one high. That would invalidate this move. So all of these bullish potentials that we have at the moment here would actually be invalidated by crossing this 5872, and then we'd have to still be looking for that potential to actually push down lower into this range. I'd like to see it come down deeper. Like I said, if we did get a shallower move here, like this as an A, B, and a C, I'd still be looking out for this retracement to the upside and seeing whether we actually find resistance in this zone again, and then actually look to push down one more time into this area. So looking at this then as a W, an X, and a Y, or alternatively an A, B, and a C. So, these things can all still play out. We got to see how we hold these zones. If we do just form this 5-wave move to the downside and we take this high, then it becomes likely that we are actually going to be within this 3rd wave, and then we'd have to reevaluate the count within this, and potentially we would have to say that this 3rd wave is actually over here, and then this is actually a 4th wave, and then a 5th to the upside. So, there's a couple of ways of counting this, so we've got to just give it that space. Okay, so that's what I'm looking out for. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Once in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff, and we'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Also in the description, you'll find a link, affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out for yourselves. They really are great exchanges, and like I said, they're the ones we use. Using the affiliate links does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it if you do use them. If you are going to be using them, though, make sure that you use proper risk management with your trades. We don't want to hear people are getting burned by not using stop losses and stuff like that. It's always very important to make sure you are managing risk when you are trading. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.